We have moved in towards the quarterfinals. We're discussing topics that concern you, topics of national interest, and the topic that will be battled here today is whether or not private universities should be established in Sri Lanka. Representing the proposition, we have it as Hillwood College, Kandy. Introducing to you our opposition for today, Muslim Ladies College, Colombo. Without further ado, let me introduce to you our eminent panel of judges for today. We're pleased to have it as Member of Parliament, Mr. Eran Vikramaratne. We also have it as Mr. Imran Furkan. We also have it as Mr. Anushka Vijay Singh. And our observer for today will be Ms. Kanchana De Silva.
Hi, I'm Sachinthan Yaravaipula and I'm the first speaker today, and you have an action-packed debate ahead of you. I'm standing here today to prove an already proven fact that private universities should be established in Sri Lanka. Higher education is a cornerstone of development in any nation. A university is a large and diverse institution of higher learning created to educate for life and for a profession. So what are the objectives a higher learning institution should follow? They should make good academics, great academics, and it should reach out to all the people willing to receive an education and allow them to chase their dreams and pursue their passions. But has the 15 state universities in Sri Lanka met these objectives? Does it produce the number of capable graduates that it has the ability to produce? No, because in 2009 the statistics clearly state out of all the students who got accepted to university, who got qualified for university, only 17% were absorbed by the state universities.
Hi, I'm Rizman Awaz, the first speaker of the debating team of Muslim Ladies College. As the side opposition, me and my team strongly believe that private universities should not be established in Sri Lanka. Before justifying my statement, I'd like to define some keywords. Private means that the funds are collected from tuition, investment or private donors. University colleges are synonyms, a place where you study to achieve or earn your higher education degree. Distinguished judges, I would like to question, if there is a problem prevailing in the public sector, why don't we provide solutions? Why do we need private universities, which is a whole new concept for the Sri Lankan criteria?
Hi, I'm Amani Walid from Hillwood College and I will be the second speaker today, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a big fight today. Honorable judges, members of the House and my dear friends, the main reason for people to oppose to the private investments in university education is that they think that private universities would harm the present free education system in Sri Lanka. Most people think that free education means not having to pay. It's a huge misconception. Free education implies that every citizen in the country is free or has the right to be educated. It's not for the rich, not for the poor, but every single individual in the country. Yes.
And by establishing private universities, we are automatically allocating the available places to the rich.
It doesn't mean rich. Whoever can afford a private university doesn't make a person rich.
Yes. Ma'am, the mean household expenditure of a family of 4 is 32,500 rupees. So how do you expect them to pay such a huge amount?
Well, currently we have student loans, and in other countries, students pawn their houses, sell their cars. Why can't our students do stuff like that?
Hi everyone, I'm Shakira Mohammed representing Muslim Ladies College. I'm the second speaker and I'm going to give my best shot for today's debate. Watch out. Ladies and gentlemen, now let me prove to you as to why me and my team members strongly believe that private universities shouldn't be established in Sri Lanka. First and foremost, it hinders the concept of free education, promoting inequality, leading on to class struggle. Now let me explain as to how this is happening. Students. Yes, ma'am.
Well, leading on to inequality means like when you educate a certain group, free education is free to all. It's only giving a certain percentage education, so that's not free. A certain percentage is uneducated.
Ma'am, I just said let me explain how, so please listen. The students from economically backward sections of the society has no other option than joining a public university through high competition. And the suggestion that Sri Lanka should switch to private higher education while the problems of the public universities still remaining unsolved is not at all acceptable. The main priority of the state should be first solve the problems of the public universities, which absorb the cream of the best performing students. When private universities come into being, when I'll explain how, what will happen to the public universities. The consequences would be the state lecturers, that the lecturers in the state universities will obviously be attracted to those high salaries offered in the private universities. They shift their services from the public universities to private universities for higher salaries, deteriorating our university system even more.
When you're having a new system, along with it comes certain policies. When you establish private universities, there should be a policy of equal salary for lecturers of their equal standards. So they can't
so you're indirectly accepting the fact that government is responsible, and therefore government should regulate the private universities in some aspect. So you mean to say government is responsible? So why not why not have a government interference with the private universities? What's the whole meaning of private then? The whole meaning of private is lost when the government is interfering.
Hi, I'm Cara Fernando. I'll be going for the rapid fire, and this is history in its making.
Your speakers earlier mentioned that private universities would be successful in Sri Lanka. So give me one valid reason as to why the Colombo North Private Medical College overturned into a state university in the name of Ragama University.
Actually, the thing is that's just one example, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Ma'am, can you explain as into why it is not wrong?
So now it's a state university. Now everything is right. The degrees are accepted.
Exactly. So you're indirectly accepting that state universities are better than private universities.
Yes, of course. So I'm not saying, but the thing is, state universities cannot cater to all the students. The thing is, the other students, we are seeing brain drain here because they are going abroad. We are losing our money. If we have universities in Sri Lanka, we are going to gain foreign exchange and many other things.
Ma'am, when students study in private universities affiliated by abroad, they have to complete their final 2 years abroad. Psychologically, they tend to stay there, and brain drain occurs because of private universities.
You are talking about partnerships.
What? Can you justify your statement? What do you mean partnerships?
That's like when you have a university over there and they have some courses over here, and then you have to go abroad to finish it. But when we have private universities in Sri Lanka, you can finish the course in Sri Lanka, and they can work in Sri Lanka, they can get employed in Sri Lanka, and without sending housemaids abroad, we can actually send some doctors, a surplus of doctors abroad.
Hey, I'm Afranias, Muslim Ladies College, third speaker. Expect the unexpected.
What are the solutions for social, economic, psychological problems for the 85% who qualified and didn't get through to the state university?
Expanding the public system in order to ensure that inequality does not prevail while the students who are deprived of
How are you going to do that with the limited economic resources?
According to the governor of the Central Bank of Sri Lanka, the GDP will go from 59 billion to 100 billion US dollars. And with this macroeconomic development and by the expansion of job markets, we can ensure that the public system can be expanded.
How can you prove that? That's just a statement, expanding job markets. What sort of job markets are you going to expand?
Yes, ma'am. Diversification of employment, rethinking the governance structures, productive transformation with perhaps the help of the private sector.
How are you going to provide full employment when the courses provided by the state university is not sufficient to match the employment?
And the baby is being bathed in the tub. The water becomes dirty. Do you throw the baby along with the water, or do you change the water? Likewise, there are certain problems with the public system. We should rectify these faults instead of establishing a completely contrasting system, ma'am.
But sometimes there comes a time when you need to clean the tub. There are other things you should, like open the tap to fill in the tub.
Yes, ma'am. Those are the government procedures. So the government will take.
So when you open up private universities, we get a foreign exchange into the country. So that can help improve the state university.
Ma'am, you stated about foreign exchange. Public universities have more recognition than private universities according to proposition. Therefore, by expanding the public university, we can ensure the attraction of foreign students, thereby expanding our foreign exchange while ensuring the concept of equalization in perspective of education.
Hello, I'm Nimra Fuad from Muslim Ladies College, and I'm doing the sum up today. And I'm really excited and looking forward upon debating today. It is very clear that my dear proponents are clearly going out of the track. They clearly mention that people should sell their houses, be in debt, take loans and mortgages, and go for university, while they made a contradictory statement saying that the people of this state should receive equal opportunity. Let me tell you this, ma'am, that education is not a bargaining item, nor is it an item kept for auction in display showrooms for those rich people who can afford it to come and buy it. But it is a right. You are decreasing the quality of education.
several self-motivated people will make use of this opportunity by bringing up several private universities illegally using different alphabetical letters of their names, and in the end what they do is goodbyes and deception and broken promises for those people who have paid millions and millions of money to education. This is a situation which will happen even in the near future.
Hi, I'm Judy Lenadura from Hillwood College, and I'll be doing the conclusion today, and it's going to be a game worth watching. Ladies and gentlemen, these ladies have been evading our question indirectly by beating around the bush. So it's time to get into the main point, just like they evaded our question, just like expanding state education is. Okay, let's get to the main point. Education crisis, and education crisis. Okay, we have an education crisis, and that is evident, but the solution is staring right at you. The needs are clear, the advantages are fitted. What more do you want? Just think, what if the Minister of Education asked the people what do they need? They would obviously have said save state education or no privatization. But this is not the perfect solution, ladies and gentlemen. Why? Because our state universities cannot cater to our needs. 87% of the students are left on the wayside. They get lured into various unaccredited so-called higher education institutions, while some are driven away out of the country. This results in indirect brain drain, and it sends our country's capital to another country and enriches that country with capital and also talented young educated people.
The winners of the quarterfinals is, very sorry, Muslim Ladies College.